It was the Josh Jacobs game. I think he had 33 carries, 175 yards, 2 touchdowns, which has led to a lot of conversation this week because even in the Tennessee game, it was odd. I think he only had 13 rushes, but he had around 80 yards, and he's really been working his ass off throughout this season. Which going into it, I know that we talked about it that running back room was crowded. Brandon Bolden, the new pickup, Zamir White that they drafted. So with his performance, do you think there's any regret with the Raiders not picking up that fifth-year option? And also, if this goes on the path that it is, where he's having a very successful season, do you think this changes anything in terms of the Raiders maybe trying to sign him and now having to compete with the rest of the league, going like, yo, this is a premier running back?
I don't think there's any regret. Josh McDaniels has a history or track record of mixing running backs in and out. So I just think he just didn't want to pay what the fifth-year option would have been for Josh Jacobs. I don't know, 8 to 10 million, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
But he switches out running back. So I don't think they regret that because of the money. Now, as far as the player is concerned, if he continues to play at this level, of course, I think they're going to approach him about trying to come back. But I think it all depends on what Josh Jacobs wants. Does he want to go get the bag and get the most he can get at his age and say, okay, this second contract is probably my last time getting a big contract. I'll go to wherever pays me the most money. Now, if it's not about the money for him and he just says, look, the Raiders went, I don't know, 10-7, 11-6. I know that seems hard to believe right now, but it's still possible. They go 10-7, 11-6 and go to the playoffs, and he goes, look, I want to stay with a playoff team and continue to build what we have. I think it's all up to him, but I think he would have to take less money because I'm sure other teams will be willing to pay him a lot more. I will say this, that before the season started, I said, regardless of what happens, I think Josh Jacobs will go somewhere else. He won't be a Raider because let's say he runs for 1,200 yards this year. He's going to command a lot of money, and the Raiders probably not going to want to pay that, considering all the guys they paid this all season. If he underperforms, then the Raiders go, well, we can replace him. We drafted Zamir White. We can draft another running back in the 3rd or 4th round. We can sign a cheap free agent running back who's going to cost us a lot less than Jacobs and still get 80% of the production. So I think either way, I just don't see Josh Jacobs back in Las Vegas unless he's willing to take a significant pay cut to